this place is just so beautiful. It just changes your mindset. It changes the way you think and the way you approach work, and even just having time to breathe.
It's just such a beautiful site, and then with the kind of regenerative leadership influence and with Giles's influence, it just becomes an even more kind of positive experience.
It's been over 10 years now, over a decade, since I started exploring leading by nature and learning from living systems and applying that to how we lead and operate in today's business world towards regenerative futures. And I've taken hundreds of leaders through coaching journeys and leadership teams and whole organisations in that time. And yet it's only really been since living here at Springwood with my wife and children, we now call it home, Springwood Farm, 60 acres of ancient woodland right near London, that I feel my immersion work has gone to a new dimension, because I feel I'm able to tap into and almost fuse with this immense wisdom of the woodlands here and bring that into my leadership coaching work.
If you want to have a team of people who are engaged and you truly value, you want them to bring a different part of themselves and you want them to do things differently, you need to approach leadership in a different way.
Working somewhere like Vivo, working with Giles and kind of going through the process of sort of regenerative leadership training, it so much aligns to the values of our business and how we operate, but it's also going through that process with Giles and spending time here and kind of going through the learnings around regenerative leadership. It's really given us all more tools and more insight into how we can be a more regenerative business in terms of how we lead and how we behave and how we work together as a team.
If you want to have something that is fundamentally a regenerative business, you need to have a different approach to leadership. And if you're going to have something which is not just for the good of delivering a bottom line, but for the good of nature, for the good of people, you have to have this approach. And that level of adult to adult conversation and honesty and authenticity. I fundamentally think that the way that we will grow as a business is by doing this more and more.
It's quite a profound time that we're living through at the moment. And so I feel actually the work that I'm doing here, Leading by Nature, and the 5 books I've written are really now starting to culminate in a time where leaders are ripe for this kind of deep work and their organisations are prepared to embark on the kind of transformations that we now need to create life-affirming futures.